Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to analog electronic class. In this class, I am going to continue the topic whichever we have discussed in the previous class, that is VI characteristics of PN junction diode. So now we are going to study the very important topic in the entire first unit, that is called VI characteristics of PN junction diode. V stands for voltage, I stands for current, and VI characteristics nothing but voltage and current characteristics. What are the units for voltage? Volts, and the units for current is ampere, so that it is also named as volt ampere characteristics. Volt ampere characteristics of PN junction diode. We know the PN junction diode. PN junction diode is a semiconductor material which can have a junction between the P and N material. P is a material which is having more positive charges than the negative. N is a material which can have the more negative than the positive. And in P-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are holes, and in N-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are electrons. So that P stands for positive and N stands for negative. That is about PN junction diode. VI characteristics nothing but volt ampere characteristics. Then we have to study the VI characteristics of PN junction diode in forward bias and reverse bias. In the last class, I have explained what is the necessity of biasing and what is forward bias and what is reverse bias. In short, I have explained. Biasing means in order to get a function from the electronic device, it has to be on, and applying the external DC voltage to any electronic component or a device is called biasing. So that PN junction diode can be biased in two ways. One is forward bias and another one is reverse bias. In forward bias, the anode of the PN junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, whereas cathode of the PN junction diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. That is called forward bias. Reverse bias means anode of the PN junction diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, whereas cathode of the PN junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and this is called as reverse bias. That means what? We have to study the volt ampere characteristics of PN junction diode in forward bias and in reverse bias. And volt ampere characteristics we can explain, or we can derive the volt ampere characteristics are from the operation of the PN junction diode. Then I am going to explain about the operation of the PN junction diode. First of all, we will see that is in the forward bias. After that, we can see the same in the reverse bias. In forward bias, what happens? Forward bias means what? When the P-type semiconductor or anode of a PN junction diode is connected to the positive, cathode of the PN junction diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, then this biasing is named as forward bias. It is external DC voltage which is connected to the PN junction diode, so that it is named as biasing. But here we have applied the voltage it is a variable voltage. That means what? It is having some range from 0 to 5 volts. That means what? From 0 to 5 volts, this voltage can be varied. We can, according to our requirement, we can vary this voltage. By varying this voltage, we have to study the current through the semiconductor. I hope I am clear. Here this is forward bias, and the voltage is connected as it is a variable external DC voltage. By varying the voltage, we should study what is the current through the PN junction diode. In case of forward bias and reverse bias, first of all I am going with the forward bias. It is what? It is external DC voltage. The positive terminal of the battery is connected to the anode, and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the cathode of the PN junction diode. This is the PN junction diode. Now we know that P is having the more positive charges than the negative, and whereas N is having the more negative charges than the positive. That means what? The P is positively charged, whereas N is negatively charged. This positively charged material is connected with positive, whereas this negatively charged material is connected with the negative. So that there is a repulsion. Positive this line is carrying the positive, and here it is also having the positive, and this line is carrying the negative, and this is also negative, so that there may be there is a repulsion, so that this negative charge, this positive charge, and this is a positive charges, and this is a negative charge of the battery, and these are the negative charges, so that this positive charge pushes the hole towards the depletion layer or pushes the holes towards the junction, and here this negative charge pushes the negative charges that are nothing but electrons towards the junction. Voltage is nothing but it is a force only, it is a force. Now we are applying some force, and it is positive and it is negative. Positive positive get repulsion, and negative negative get repulsion, so that this positive charge pushes the holes towards the junction, this negative charge pushes the electrons towards the junction, so that means what? The forces has been operating in opposite direction towards the junction. This is one force, this is another force, and both are operating towards the junction, so that they are going to push the depletion region, so that the depletion region is going to decrease. That means what? Width of the depletion layer is going to decreases. Again we are increasing the voltage. That means what? Again we are increasing the voltage means this line is carrying the more positive than the previous case, and this line is carrying the more negative than the previous case, so that it apply the more force, and it apply the more force, so that more number of holes will move towards the junction, more number of electrons will move towards the junction, so that they will push the depletion region in opposite directions, and which results the again decrement in the barrier potential or again decrement in the width of the barrier. As we are proceeding in such a manner that as we are increasing the external DC voltage and the depletion region is going to decreases. At one particular point of external DC voltage, this depletion region is completely vanished. This completely disappeared. That means what? Until that there is a depletion layer across the junction, there is no charge carriers are moving from one side to another side, one material to another material, so that there is no current. At one particular point of external DC voltage, this barrier depletion width is completely vanished and it is disappeared, so that there is no barrier for the flow of electrons. So that there is no barrier and it is applied with some voltage, so that electron will move from n side to p side, holes will move from p side to n side, in such a way they conduct the current. Now it has been conducting the current, At what voltage? The voltage at which the barrier potential is 0, or the voltage at which the complete depletion width is disappeared. At that point onwards, the diode is ready for the current conduction. The voltage at which the diode starts current conduction, that voltage is named as cut-in voltage. It is very, very important definition in the examination point of view. You may be asked to have the question is that define the cut-in voltage of a PN junction diode. You have to answer that. Cut-in voltage can be defined in forward bias whenever the anode of the PN junction diode is connected to a positive terminal and cathode of the PN junction diode is connected to the negative terminal. At one particular point of external DC voltage, the diode is ready for the current conduction. At that voltage onward, the diode is going to conduct the current, and that point of voltage is named as cut-in voltage, which is denoted with V gamma. Cut-in voltage is denoted with V gamma. In generally, for the silicon PN junction diode, the cut-in voltage is about 0.6 volts, and in case of germanium PN junction diode, that cut-in voltage is 0.2 volts. That means what? If we apply the 0.6 volts as external DC voltage, and that complete barrier potential is going to be disappear and it will be vanished, so that the diode is going to conduct the current even after increasing the voltage. The voltage at which the diode starts current conduction is named as cut-in voltage. We can see this cut-in voltage in the forward bias. The cut-in voltage for the silicon PN junction diode is 0.6 volt, and the germanium PN junction diode it is a 0.3 volts or 0.2 volts. Now what is the main mechanism which was there in the operation of PN junction diode in forward bias? That means what? In forward bias, whenever we are increasing the forward bias voltage, when we are increasing the forward bias external DC voltage, holes will move towards the junction, electron will move towards the junction due to the repulsion force. So that holes are pushing the depletion layer and towards the junction, and electrons are also pushing the depletion layer towards the junction, so that results the decrement in the barrier potential, that is going to have the reduction in the width of the barrier depletion layer. So that as you are increasing the forward bias voltage, there is a decrement in the barrier potential or the depletion width. At one particular point of this forward bias external DC voltage, that complete barrier potential is going to be zero, or the depletion width is going to be vanished, it will be disappeared. At that point, there is no barrier for the flow of electrons. So that there is no barrier for the flow of electrons, then the electrons are ready for the current conduction if we increase the voltage beyond that voltage at which the complete barrier is vanished. And this is the complete conclusion of the PN junction diode forward bias operation. Then I am going with the reverse bias operation. After studying the forward bias operation, reverse bias operation, we are going to conclude all the things into a graph that is called voltage and current characteristics. So reverse bias means what? Now we are going to study the reverse bias. That means what? We are having the p-type, we are having the PN junction. Across the junction there is a depletion layer, and which is stopping the further flow of electrons from N side to P side. Now we are connecting this into the reverse bias. Reverse bias means what? Anode of the PN junction diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and cathode of the PN junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Now we are changing the polarities of the battery. Now it is negative and it is positive. Negative terminal of the battery is connected to the anode, and the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the cathode. Then this bias is named as a reverse bias. Earlier we discussed that is operation of forward bias, operation of PN junction diode in forward bias. Now it is a reverse bias. Reverse bias means what? The anode of the PN junction diode is connected. Anode of the PN junction diode is connected to the negative, whereas cathode of the PN junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and this is again variable voltage. That means what? It is not fixed one. We can vary the voltage from 0 to 5 volts. If the range is from 0 to 5 volts, you can vary the voltage from 0 to 5. Any voltage you can set in between the 0 and 5. By varying the reverse bias voltage, we are again going to study its operation, that is nothing but reverse bias operation. Then what happens? This wire is carrying the negative charge, and which is connected to the more positives. And this wire is carrying the more positive charge. This wire is carrying the positive charge, where it is connected to the which is connected to the semiconductor, where it has the more negative charges. This line is positive, this wire is positive, and it is having the negative. And this wire is the negative, this is having the positive. So that positive to negative and negative to positive get attracted, so that as you are increasing the reverse bias voltage, electrons will be attracted to the cathode, and holes will be attracted towards the anode. That means what? Now it is connected to the negative. The holes will move towards the negative, electrons will move towards the positive. Holes are moving towards the negative, and the holes are moving towards the positive, so that what happens? Now this electron is moving towards the negative, this hole is moving towards the negative. Now this electron is moving towards positive, this is towards positive. So that means what? In the forward bias mode, both the holes and electrons are moving towards the junction, and they are pushing the depletion region, such that at one particular point of forward bias voltage, this depletion will be completely disappeared. But in the case of reverse bias, as you are increasing reverse bias voltage, holes are moving away from the junction and electrons also moving away from the junction, so that there is an increment in the barrier potential. The depletion width is going to be extracted. The depletion region is going to be expanded, that will be increased. As long as there is a depletion in the across the junction, in the PN junction diode, there is no current, we know that. Depletion is acting as a barrier for the current conduction. By applying the reverse bias, what we are doing, we are increasing the width of the depletion layer. If the width of the depletion layer is increased, there is no scope of the charge carriers to move from one material to another material. In such cases, there is no current. Again I am applying the more reverse bias voltage. Again I am applying the more reverse bias voltage. Again more holes will be attracted towards the negative charge. More electrons will be attracted to the positive charge. So that again there will be increment in the barrier potential or the width of the depletion layer. If the depletion width increases, no charge will move from one side to another side, so that there is no current. That means what? Technically, in the reverse bias mode, in the reverse bias mode, as the reverse bias voltage is increasing, the barrier is increasing, the width of the barrier is increasing, so that there is no current. But practically, it conducts very few amount of current in reverse bias also, because this negative charge is connected with the p-type semiconductor and positive charge is connected with the n-type semiconductor. Now it is negative, this line is carrying the negative in p-type semiconductor, that is having the few electrons here, that is having the very few electrons which are nothing but minority charge carriers. Now it is negative and electron charge is also negative, and it is more negative, so that negative get repulsion, such that electron goes through this depletion layer using a tunneling effect. Due to the tunneling effect, electron will tunnel through this depletion layer, and such that it conducts the current. This current is very small, because the number of electrons in the p-type semiconductor is very less, because electrons in the p-type semiconductor is very few, and that are minority charge carriers. That minority charge carriers conduct the current is also very small. In ideal cases, PN junction diode does not conduct the current in a reverse bias, but practically it can conduct the current. It can conduct very small current, that current in terms of microamps, and that current is due to the minority charge carriers, and that current is named as a leakage current. Due to the tunneling effect, it conducts the very small current, and that current is named as reverse saturation current or leakage current. In PN junction, when the PN junction diode is connected in forward bias, as you are increasing the forward bias voltage, the depletion region is going to decreases. At one particular point of forward bias voltage, that completely depletion region will be vanished, so that it conducts the well amount of current. In case of reverse bias, as you are increasing the reverse bias voltage, the barrier is increases, so that there is no current. But in practical cases, it conducts the very few amount of current at higher voltages of reverse bias. That current in terms of microamps, whereas the current in the forward bias mode, that is in milliamps. So that the PN junction diode conducts the current. The PN junction diode conducts the current in forward bias, that is in terms of milliamps, whereas the same PN junction diode conducts the current in reverse bias, that is in microamps. Milli means 10 power of minus 3, micro means 10 power of minus 6. That means what? In reverse bias mode, PN junction diode conducts 1000 times less than the current of forward bias PN junction diode. Milliamps of current means 10 power of minus 3 in forward bias. Microamps of current means 10 power of minus 6, that is in reverse bias, so that PN junction diode conducts the current in forward bias, that is 1000 times more than the current of reverse bias. So that much small current has been conducted in the PN junction diode when it is connected in a reverse bias. Then I am going with the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. VI characteristics is nothing but it is a plot between the voltage and the current values. It is a plot between the voltage and current value, so that I am going with the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. I am going with the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. I am taking a plot. We are assuming that in PN junction, whenever the PN junction diode is connected in forward bias, that voltage is positive and it is conducting the current is also positive, so that I can represent the forward bias voltage, whatever we are applied the external DC voltage, that is VF, and whatever we got the current through the PN junction diode in forward bias, that is IF. This is VF. That means what? It is an external DC voltage which is connected, or the voltage across the PN junction diode, that is VF. Whereas IF is nothing but it is a current through the PN junction diode whenever it is connected in forward bias. So that this first quadrant is going to explain the VI characteristics of forward bias PN junction diode. Coming to the reverse bias, if the forward bias voltage assumed to be positive, then the reverse bias voltage we must assume that is negative, so that it is minus, and reverse bias voltage means minus VR. If the voltage is negative, then it assumed to have the current is also negative, so that we can have minus IR. Just now we have F stands for forward bias and R stands for reverse bias, so that quadrant 3 will give the VI characteristics of PN junction diode whenever it is connected in reverse bias. This is forward bias and this is the reverse bias. In forward bias voltage, and we will be taking the voltage in terms of volts, 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volts, that is. Whereas in case of reverse bias also, we have been taking the voltage in the units of 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt. But as we discussed just now, the PN junction diode start the current conduction is at 0.6 volt only if it is silicon PN junction diode, so that in forward bias the maximum of 1 volt you can take, because at 0.6 only it has been getting the current. No need to go for the 2 volts, 3 volts, 4 volts. But we are going with the reverse bias. That means what? We have been applying the more voltages to get the current in reverse bias. Forcefully we are operating the PN junction diode in the reverse bias to get the current. But as you are increasing the reverse bias, the current, the depletion has been increasing, the barrier potential has been increasing, so that there is no current. And here we are applying the voltage in forward bias. We have been applying the voltage in terms of volts, that is in the units of 1, 2, 3 volts, and whereas we have been getting the current in terms of milliamps. We know that milliamps is nothing but it is a 10 power of minus 3 means milli. In reverse bias, it has been conducting the current very few amount of small amount of current, and that current is negligible actually, and that current is named as leakage current, and that current in terms of microamps of current, it is a microamps of current. As we know that if you are going through the PN junction diode when it is connected in forward bias, it has been getting the current at 0.6 volt only. Before to 0.6 volts, that means what? Less than to that 0.6 volt, there is no current. Whenever that reaches the 0.6 volts, that at that particular point of voltage, the depletion will be vanished and it will be disappeared, so that it conducts the current, so that up to the 0.6 volts there is no current in the even in forward bias also. Even in forward bias, up to the 0.6 volts there is no current, so that up to 0.6 there is no current, so that to represent the 0.6 I have been taking the voltage in terms of points, voltage in terms of points, so that first point I am taking 0.2 volts. At 0.2 volts, that means what? I am applying the 0.2 volts, so that these 0.2 volts of force is going to move the holes towards the junction, move the electron towards the junction, such that they pushes the barrier, so that height of the barrier is decreases, width of the barrier is going to decreases, but it won't conduct the current because it has been existing the barrier with the decrement of the barrier width. Again we are applying the 0.4, again it going to decrease. At 0.6 it is ready for the current conduction. At 0.6 what happens? At the 0.6 the depletion is completely vanished, so that it can ready for the current conduction. If you apply the voltage beyond the 0.6, even with the very small, then that conducts the current, because there is no barrier, so that electron can freely move from N type to P type semiconductor with the small increment after the 0.6 volts. And if you plot this one, at 0.2 volt there is no current, 0.3 volt, 0.4 volt no current, 0.6 also no current, so that I am representing this one. No current means 0. At 0.6 onwards, it is ready for the current conduction. If you apply the beyond 0.6, then enormously current will be increases. This is a graph for the PN junction diode whenever it is connected in forward bias. Up to 0.6 volt there is no current, and whenever it reaches the 0.6, then that is ready for the current conduction. If you increase the voltage beyond this 0.6, even with the small units, then the current will be enormously increases, that current in terms of milliamps. Now in case of reverse bias mode, in reverse bias mode, as you are applying the more voltages, the depletion has been increasing, but at one particular point of reverse bias voltage, the minority charge carriers in the p-type semiconductor, that is electrons, will get the more energy from the external DC voltage. Due to the tunneling effect, they will move to the p-type semiconductor such that they conduct very less amount of current, and that current is named as, it is a leakage current or reverse saturation current, and that current is very small. That current is named as reverse saturation current, and this is denoted with I naught. Reverse saturation current or leakage current in the reverse bias mode, that current is named as, it is a reverse saturation current, and this current is at more voltages. This is 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt, 4 volt, whereas here we are applied 0.4, 0.6, because we know that in forward bias it can conduct the current at 0.6 only, so that no need to take 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volts. Whereas in the reverse bias, as you are applying the voltage, it has been increasing, depletion layer has been increasing, so that forcefully we have been operating the PN junction diode at high voltages. Even at high voltages also, it has been conducting very less amount of current, and that current in terms of microamps. And now this is a graph, this is a plot which is explaining us the forward bias PN junction diode operation, and this is a plot which is explaining us the reverse bias PN junction diode operation. In forward bias, it has been conducting the current in milliamps. In reverse bias, it has been conducting the current in microamps. And which current is more now? The forward bias current is more. It has been in milliamps, and reverse bias current is very less. It has been in microamps. In forward bias, it has been conducting the current is more, and that current is due to the majority charge carrier. In forward bias, you must remember very valid point. In forward bias, the current is nothing but what? Current is IF is due to majority charge carrier. IF is due to majority charge carriers. Majority means what? They are large in number, so that they constitute the current is also more. In reverse bias, the current is what? In reverse bias, the current is reverse saturation current, and that current is due to, in reverse bias, that current is due to the minority charge carriers. The minority charge carriers are less in number, so that they constitute the current is also less. In PN junction diode, in forward bias, the current is due to the majority charge carrier, that current is more. In case of reverse bias, the current is due to the minority charge carriers, that current is less, so that it has been offering more current and it has been offering less current. PN junction diode can conduct the more current in forward bias, less current in reverse bias. And in terms of resistance also, you can define the same. It has been conducting the more current, and it has been conducting the less current. That means what? It has been offering more current means it has been offering a less resistance. That means what? In forward bias, the PN junction diode offers the more current means resistance will be less, and that resistance is in kilo ohms. The same PN junction diode has been conducting the current in reverse bias, and that current is in microamps. That means what? The current is very small due to it has been offering very huge resistance. That resistance is in micro ohms. PN junction diode offers the less resistance in forward bias for the current conduction, and it offers the more resistance in the reverse bias for the current conduction, so that it offers the microamps of current in the reverse bias and the milliamps of current in the forward bias. And this is the VI characteristics of PN junction diode when it is operated in the forward bias and the reverse bias. In the forward and reverse bias, again you can define the two resistances. Here the resistances, in case of forward bias the resistance is kilo ohms, in case of reverse bias the resistance is in mega ohms. And this resistance, there are two types of resistances we can define in the forward bias and the reverse bias. First resistance is named as static resistance, and the next resistance is named as dynamic resistance. In forward bias and the reverse bias, you can define the two resistances. First one static resistance, another one is dynamic resistance. Static resistance is also named as DC resistance or fixed resistance, whereas the dynamic resistance is also named as AC resistance, and it is a variable resistance or approximate resistance. And here with this the VI characteristics of PN junction diode is completed in forward bias and reverse bias. The conclusion is that the PN junction diode can conduct the well amount of current, that is in milliamps of current in forward bias, such that it offers the less resistance. That resistance is in kilo ohms. There are two types of resistance we can define, that is static resistance, which is fixed resistance or DC resistance. Another resistance is AC resistance, that is about dynamic resistance. In the case of reverse bias, it offers very less amount of current, and that current is due to the minority charge carriers, and that current is named as leakage current or reverse saturation current. It is denoted with the I naught, and that current is in terms of microamps. And due to the very less current, due to the more resistance, it has been offering less current, and that resistance in terms of mega ohms. In the reverse bias also we can have the two types of resistance, that is static resistance and the dynamic resistance. That static resistance is a fixed resistance and the dynamic resistance is a AC resistance. So that in tomorrow class we are going to study the another topic in the first unit. Thank you. Second year Triple E.